Kavan Scott and Ario Anandito turn Jedi against Jedi as Keeve Trennis races to stop Jedi Marshal Avar Kriss from spilling any more Nihil blood, but the Jedi might be too late. Kavan Scott continues the fast-paced action from the last issue, picking up where the intense cliffhanger ending left off and giving Keeve a heroic moment of talking Avar down from her killing the Nihil leader. It was a really fantastic showcase of Keeve's character development and how she's come so far from the headstrong Padawan we first saw in the first couple of issues, as well as some of the novels she's appeared in so far. The issue, however, really comes alive at the midpoint where Keeve and Skier get a chance to properly talk to one another and at least saw a wonderful bit about legacy and what a Jedi Master's true goals for their students are. Keeve and Skier's master-apprentice relationship has been fantastic, and it's great to see this type of father-daughter relationship bloom out of it, since it's something you seldom see this type of in a Jedi master-apprentice relationship. Ario Anandito continues their wonderful artwork, doing some great character focus work as well as some more brilliant final few pages that ramp up the tension until we get the reveal of what's really going on Starlight, leading to a great panel that references some past work where we get to see some monstrous versions of our main characters. The High Republic issue 14 was a fantastic penultimate issue that gave a number of characters some great little moments together before getting right back into the action with a big exciting cliffhanger for the final issue. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. The High Republic issue 14 finds the damaged Nihil Great Hawk continued to be fired upon by the pirates, causing a giant hole to be blown in the ship's side. Sucking the Nihil out, the Jedi spring into action, saving the pirates as Skier activates the shields, sealing the breaches. The Nihil thank the stars, but the Jedi know the stars almost killed them, as on the Jedi cruiser, the Jedi note that the Nihil's tactics of blowing up their own ship, turning the Jedi cruiser's turrets onto the Nihil fighters, as on board the hull, the Jedi restrain the Nihil survivors. One asks why the Jedi save them, and Monchi says that they are Jedi and they serve the life, never death. Avar meanwhile readies to kill Lorna D when Keeve jumps in front of her blade, telling Avar that the Nihil is disarmed and she has won. Avar stops, knowing that the knight is right and she lost control. Lorna suddenly grabs Keeve, keeping her saber at the knight's throat, telling the Jedi that she hasn't won and never will, not while she still has mercy and it will always be her weakness. Avar uses the Force to push her back, telling the pirate that it's not her weakness, it's her strength. Keeve checks on Lorna, finding that she is unconscious from slamming into the ship's bulkhead, as Avar tries to explain, but Keeve understands it though, knowing not everyone is perfect all the time, not even the Marshal. Avar knows that thinking they are infallible only leads to the dark side, wondering when Keeve got so wise. Keeve knows that she just got lucky and had the best teachers in the galaxy. The Jedi get aboard their cruiser with the prisoners, escaping by using the Nihil drive one final time. Monchi knows that they are lucky the drive didn't pull them apart, but Avar knows it wasn't luck, it was the will of the Force, and all is as it should be, since now they have the eye of the Nihil, and without that, the Nihil will crumble. Avar feels that something is wrong though, contacting Skier to check on the prisoners, and he tells Avar they are all secured and they will not be escaping. Avar cuts the call as the Trandoshan winces, revealing to Keeve that he is bleeding. He says that it's only a shrapnel wound and it will heal in time, but Keeve knows time isn't something he's got thanks to his condition. But Skier knows that it won't change since there is no cure for the Madrak syndrome, and whatever the council decides will be his fate, and this will be his final mission. He knows there is no escaping the truth, and there is no better time than now, seeing as that he has seen Keeve Trennis become the Jedi he always knew she could be. Lorna hates the Jedi sharing their feelings with one another, so Skier decides to head to the flight deck and let the guards deal with the prisoners. Keeve stops him, telling her former master that whatever happens, she'll be making him proud and be his legacy. Skier doesn't want that though, since this isn't about him, it's about her, and she needs to follow her own path and create her own legacy and be her own Jedi, since that's been the reward of every master since before the dawn of the Luminous. The Atraxia returns to the Starlight Beacon when Stellan contacts Avar, who asks where Maru is. Master Geas reveals that he is busy elsewhere and he has assumed the role of the head of the Starlight Beacon permanently. He tells Avar that she was warned not to go and yet she abandoned her position, defying the council rebels were all for a wild Minok chase. Ava tries to get Geos to listen since they were successful in their mission when suddenly the beacon explodes and the Atraxia loses power, allowing Lorna to escape from her cell. The ship's pilot finds the explosion came from the engineering sector, but they can't board and help since the hangar doors aren't responding. The Jedi find that they have no way of knowing what happened, but they can tell the beacon is already drifting towards Eram, meaning its stabilizers were destroyed. The Jedi figure they have 1 hour until it hits planetfall, wondering if the explosion was caused from the stress of moving the beacon through the galaxy. They decide to worry about that later as Ava orders the ship to be brought alongside the beacon and to dock with one of the docking tubes. Nurin knows he can do it, expertly piloting the ship into position. The Jedi board the beacon, donning their rebreathers as Ava cuts her way through the blast door, revealing a huge crowd of panicked people rushing towards them, asking if they heard of the evacuation order. Ava holds her saber high to offer some guidance to the survivors, telling Monshi to get the people onto the Atraxia as Skier tries to contact Estella, not getting through to anyone else in the beacon. Norin checks the computer systems, finding the comms are down station-wide and the entire midsection is flooded with radiation, meaning the top half and the bottom half of the station are both cut off from each other. Ava decides for now they'll evacuate everyone on the top half and then try and find a way to reconnect both halves. She tells Norin the stabilizers can be operated from that panel by Maru when suddenly she feels something overcome her as Keeve begins to feel the effects of the device that Nihil used on her and Terek before. Skier however is unaffected, asking what's wrong as Ava ignites her lightsaber in panic, confronting the now monstrous Keeve and Skier, demanding they stay away as Keeve tells Skier the thing that attacked her and Terek before is on Starlight with them.